Shadow of War is a game about mind-controlling barbarians to fight Sauron, the Lord of Oversized Buildings. You play as Talion, a robot who guarded the Black Gate because Mordor wasn't sending their best. Wait! He's a real boy! Oh wait, never mind. Elfman brought us back to life, tells us we have to mention the first game. So, I guess we have to mention the first game now. Shadow of Mordor is a game about... You know what? No more introductions. We shoot some guys, interrogate a random orc who is different for some reason. We need to find Gimboob the Slaver. Apparently the Black Hand definitely cursed us and no one else. And Special Snowflake here sold a slave who swore he fought him to Gimboob for a keg of grog. Excuse me, if there is a slave who supposedly fought the Black Hand, he is probably worth more than a keg of beer. And believe me, that's not good beer.
No wonder this stuff burns so well.
The number of grog-related accidents is in the hundreds.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
You're a pretty bad barterer, Special Snowflake. We leave Snowflake alive, for some reason, and go off to find Gimboob, so we can fight a fiend made of thin air. Hooray! We run past some more blind barbarians and encounter Gimboob, our toughest challenge yet, who we kill in 5 seconds. It turns out the slave was none other than Hirgon of Tarnos. Oh, you don't know who Hirgon is, don't you? In the books, Hirgon was an errand rider of Gondor who delivered the Red Arrow to Círdan. In Shadow of Mordor, however, he was a traitor who ran away after he fell in love with an outcast woman, when the outcasts are rangers who deserted. What? According to him, he ran away from the Black Hand, but then, why did he say he fought him? Maybe he thought it would get Special Snowflake a better deal. Well, unfortunately for him, Special Snowflake is a bad barterer. Now, some of you might be wondering why they share the same name. Well, clearly, this Hirgon is named after this Hirgon, even though that Hirgon is a traitor. Logic. Comforts a slave, but otherwise does nothing to aid his plight. Then Hirgon, despite having no reason to trust Talion, and many experiences to the contrary, invites him into the very outcast base. Before we go there, however, we see... I say we take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Hello, Bravo team. You have commissioned to utilize nuclear weaponry. We then go to cave, because apparently his definitely beast tracks glow for some reason. They then touch a magical necklace and see that Celebrimbor, who certainly has amnesia, had his family murdered too. Maybe that's why they are stuck together. Then a kitten attacks us, and a bunch of hunters show up and attack another kitten, And we can't let them fight because reasons. Well, now we can go see here. But wait! First, we have to find another memory. We sneak up on and put a knife to his neck. Let the man scavenge in peace. We follow and find a headband. Then other attack. Maybe his family. Well, it doesn't matter because we can see. Oh no, wait. We have to meet Ratbag. Who is Ratbag? I think he's his brother, who somehow knows us. And he needs our help to become a captain. In exchange, he will serve us faithfully and not die a horrible death. Well, we find his boss. Then we find his boss's pet. Then we have the pet kill the boss because the boss is afraid of the pet. Then he takes the credit and becomes a boss himself. Well, job done. We can now go see. Wait! Now he has to become a bodyguard to a war chief. So we have to kill the old bodyguard. And he has to take credit. Again. Well, now he'll stab the war chief in the back and we have victory! Oh, if it were that simple. The war chief turns out to be the twin of the bodyguard, traps him, sets him out for the crows, and once more we have to save him and kill his boss. Well, now he becomes a war chief and it's all well and good. Except there are 4 other war chiefs and we need to kill all 4 of them. However, the war chief we just killed counts as one, so there is 1 war chief left even when we're done. Apparently, Ratbag cancels him out. But then, why did the hammer later refer to him as the only war chief? Reasons. Well, now that we have killed the war chief, we can halt! Now, we need to find our last memory. We continue to follow. And by this point, it could not be clearer that once Celebrimbor should make a second ring of power. Did I mention he could see Celebrimbor? So, we lure away a grog, discover an old elven clasp, and it turns out that the ghost is Celebrimbor. It's not as if this was even mentioned in the trailer and I've been calling him that the whole time. Where we tell him how much of a waste it is to interrogate orcs. Hirgon lets us in on the details of their master plan, revealing their plan to steal blasting powder, and exposes their plan to poison an orc base. Talion then collects poison herbs from the ground. After that, we just need to sneak around and poison a few grog barrels. Should be easy. That's it! That's it! This is war! No more peace. No more of this nonsense. I'm going to blow every single barrel up and incinerate these orcs. I'm going to annihilate them and if...
This is Sparta!
Well, that went well. I wonder what we should do next.
You have sealed their doom.
Oh, come on, Talion. Don't be a spoil sport. I mean, you helped them. I bet nothing that bad could happen.
Hold, brother.
So, Well, apparently, this hammer guy has decided to hunt us down. He is one of the Black Captains, which is definitely not just a nickname for the Witch King, and he claims he can give us eternal death. Why the tower later bothered to try and kill us over and over again, if the captains can pull that kind of stunt, is beyond. And why they brought us back in the first place if they were going to kill us is another mystery. Well, at least he can't be that tough. No! Rat bag!
Houston, we have a problem.
Well, it worked once, it might work again. Cue the music! Hasta la vista. Celebrimbor comes out and tells Talion off for killing the hammer. There's much we could have learned, he says. Yeah, Talion, you're just saying that he killed your family as an excuse for killing him. That was the Black Hand, dummy. I mean, if you want revenge, be patient. It's not as if we controlled your character, not as if— Shut up! Well, Lestariel shows up. Report, it is cloudy with a chance of cliches. Wait, what? I have to do a whole nother area? Oh, no, you're not. Miss Cliche takes us to Treeland, where she kills some innocent orcs and takes us to Miss Not Possessed, who looks really old. Maybe she's married to Mr. Not Possessed. She needs a potion of non-possessedness. Sir Robot the First asks her about the gift, and she tells him it's for Sir Robot the Second. She reads a fire, and we're off to Morgoth's Scar! They cross a massive crypt with a surprising lack of spooky, scary skeletons, and only find its extended family. Turns out the guy called the Lord of Gifts is evil. Shocker, right? And— Ah! What is that thing? I say we kill it with thermonuclear holocaust. Okay, thanks to the help of a dwarf, Gandhi, and some more explosions, we escaped. Did I mention Not Possessed told us about a dwarf? Now we need to find an artifact that Not Possessed has. Except her soldiers are really the ones who have it, and they're about to be executed. Sir Robot II says the men are secondary to the artifact, but Sir Robot I decides to save them anyway. He uses his power to mind control the orcs, because he can do that now, and then lets the archers rain down death and destruction. They get the artifact, and it turns out Celebrimbor was captured by Sauron! It's only shocking because no one could have predicted it. Well, now would be a good time to speak with Mr. Dwarf. We mind control some categories, because we can do that now, and engage in a friendly game of Murder the Orc. Now, Sir Robot is already an expert. He hunts down and mind controls a Graug, because we can do that now, and tries it out. A few murdered orcs later, and he kills it. For no reason. We could have used that, Sir Robot! It's time to hunt down the legendary White Graug. Dwarf Man survived once, but was knocked out. Luckily, the Gorg is asleep, so we can touch the chisel on the ground, and oh no, Dwarf Man is unconscious. Well, time to kill a Graug. 5 minutes later, Dwarf Man's alive, and, well, we're beast hunters now. Now would be a good time to get ourselves a war chief. That turned out well last time. We brand a local captain and have him recruit an army. Now he's a bodyguard. We sneak into a fortress, brand some archers, and now the war chief is here for some reason. We kill the bodyguards and Big Bad, and now our guy's a war chief. For some reason. We report back to Not Possessed, who is shockingly possessed. We break her staff, and now she's not possessed. Seriously this time, for some reason. Turns out Seriously Not Possessed is seriously sick, and she needs a potion of seriously not possessedness. Sir Robot the First goes again for Miss Cliche. There he finds the potion of seriously not possessiveness, gives it to Miss Seriously Not Possessed, and shockingly is starting to fall in love with Miss Cliche. It's only shocking because no one could have predicted it. He agrees to help Miss Cliche, even though Sir Robot II tells him not to, and guess what happens next? She gets captured by the Tower of Sauron. The Tower of Sauron is the next black captain. He either built a tower or stuck in one we don't know. He is also stuck in a suit of armor too small for him, and now we have to brand the orcs to save Lestariel. She begs us to stay, but we have to go. 4 branded war chiefs later, and we're off to war. We face off against the Nemesis, which is basically whatever Uruk the game thought was the most troublesome to you. We kill him. Then we fight the tower. We kill him too. Apparently, Elfman tricked us. He was the one who cursed us. And also, Talion would prefer Mandos over getting revenge. I'm sorry, Talion, but your wife might not be that happy with your choice of fate that way. Well, with all our foes dead, we can finally face off against the Black Hand. One final battle. One final concern over Miss Cliché. And it's a quick time event. Let's just pretend that never happened.